Hi there and welcome to one more video related to the CFA ESG Certificate. My name is Paulo, and as you already know, Alma Mundus is a CFA Institute prep provider for the CFA ESG Certificate. This video presents all the updates related to the new 2024 version of the CFA ESG Certificate to be launched in January 1st, 2024. So if you want to know all the updates of the new version, stay tuned. Before we start, please subscribe, like, share, and feel free to ask any questions. Check the description below for any discounts available and free resources, demos, webinars, or CFA ESG community groups. Okay, so in this video we will cover all the CFA ESG certificate updates for the new 2024 version. We will talk about price, policy changes, syllabus and curriculum updates, and in the end we will provide you with the main takeaways of the new 2024 version of the CFA ESG certificate. So let's start with the price. In 2024, the CFA ESG certificate registration fee will be raised to $865. The fee for the retake option will also be raised to $690, and these are the updates regarding price. In terms of policy changes, main policy change is here. From now on, CFA ESG candidates will be tested on the version they have registered for. This means that if you register for the 2023 version, you will be tested on that same version, regardless of when you do your exam. You will still have 6 months after registration to plan, prepare, and do your exam, but you will be tested on the version you register for. So, if you register until December 31st, 2023, you will be tested on the 2023 version or version 4. Same thing happens for the 2024 version, meaning candidates who register during the calendar year of 2024 will be tested on that same version, the 2024 version or version 5, regardless of when they take the exam. And here you can see both versions in parallel. Here you can see the cutoff cycle. You have the 2023 version, the 2024 version. You have the registration period for each one of the versions and the testing period for each one of the versions. But the main takeaway here is that the CFA ESG candidates will be tested on the version they have registered for. Curriculum updates. There are no structural changes in the CFA ESG curriculum, meaning we will have the same 9 chapters we had before. All chapters present minor changes, corrections, and amendments to the previous version. The main changes will occur in the chapters 2, 3, 7, and 9. Also, good news regarding the new syllabus. The new 2024 version of the CFA ESG book has less 40 content pages to read, so less content to read and to prepare for the exam. In total, the book has more pages, but candidates will have less content to cover. As you may know, the book comprises 9 chapters divided into 3 main sections. The first 2 chapters are an introduction to ESG and ESG markets. From chapter 3 to chapter 6 is the theory behind each ESG factor and the importance of engagement and stewardship. The last 3 chapters are dedicated to how to analyze, integrate, and report ESG factors into investment decision making. We detailed the chapters per number of pages. We clearly can spot chapters 3, 5, and 8 as the heaviest chapters. The book has in fact 600 pages, but we are only considering the content pages you need to study for your exam. The CFA Institute provides a question allocation per chapter. For example, chapter 1 will have between 4 to 8 questions in the exam. Chapter 7, 20 to 30 questions in the exam. And based on this allocation, we laid out a potential distribution of questions in the exam. It is easy to understand that chapter 7 is the most important chapter with 24 questions in the exam. No changes compared with the previous version. Chapter 7 is still the most important chapter in this new version of the CFA ESG certificate. Curriculum updates. Across all CFA ESG book chapters, there are data and existing graphs updates, minor outstanding corrections. There are also additional self-assessment questions at the end of each chapter. But of course, the major changes happen in chapters 2, 3, 7, and 9, and those are the chapters we will focus on. Chapter 2, you will see the section of history of ESG investing removed. In chapter 3, you will see a new section added related to the task force on nature-related financial disclosures. In chapter 7 is where you have more changes. The section Why Investors Integrate ESG was removed. New content on discount and terminal growth rates in a DCF model and changes to them based on ESG risk factors. New mentions to the 2 new sustainability standards, IFRS S1 and S2. And in chapter 7 you also have a reorganization of the chapter to follow the investment process diagram. Chapter 9, one very important section was added, very important and very interesting section about greenwashing. You will have definitions, the impacts, the different types of greenwashing and examples of greenwashing. As a takeaway of the main changes of the 2024 version, we have price increase in both the registration fee and the retake option fee. You also see that there is a policy change. Candidates will be tested on the version they register for, regardless of when they do their exam. Registration for the 2023 version will last until December 31st, 2023. Registration for 2024 version starts on January 1st, 2024. There are no structural changes in the curriculum. You will have the same 9 chapters. Still, you still have some changes in the chapters that we highlight, and you will have less 40 content pages to read. These 3 last topics doesn't represent a change from the last version, the 2023 version, but you already know you will have 6 months to do your exam after registration. The exam is based on 100 multiple choice questions, and the recommended study time is between 100 and 130 hours depending on your background. If you are an investment or finance professional, you probably will spend around 100 hours. If you don't have that background, you may spend a little bit more time. But this is an overview of the main takeaways of the 2024 version of the CFA ESG certificate. Before we leave, please check the description below for any discounts free resources, demos, webinars, CFA ESG community groups. Reach out to us if you have any question regarding the CFA ESG certificate. Thank you for watching. Keep focused, keep learning. You will pass this exam.